Good morning, guys, and welcome to my university morning routine, the online school edition. Since starting school online, I have been able to wake up a little bit later than what I would normally wake up at if I had school in person. Just because I no longer have to commute to physically go into school in person, I've just used that bit of time to sleep in a little bit. I don't usually sleep in too late. I usually wake up at a consistent time between 7:30 to 8 a.m. Right after I wake up, I never go on my phone immediately. Instead, I pick up a book and read like a chapter of it. I recently just got back into reading. I haven't actually read for pleasure since like the 8th grade. Ever since I started to read for pleasure again, I've been reading books in series that I never got to back in the 8th grade. Currently, I'm reading the Harry Potter series. Right now, I'm reading the 4th book of the Harry Potter series, and that is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. These books are so interesting and they're so addicting that I find it very difficult to put the book down. I've been really enjoying reading in the morning. I think it's a good start to the day. For me, reading in the morning is just kind of therapeutic. After I read a chapter of my book, that's when I'll officially get out of bed and continue with my morning routine. In the morning, I kind of do like a short skincare routine just because I usually don't have time. So my morning skincare isn't really as extensive as my nighttime skincare routine. The first thing I start off with is a cleanser, and I use the Cetaphil Gentle Skin Cleanser. I use different products in the morning than I do in the night. I don't know why, I kind of just do. I first pre-wet my face and then I just squeeze a little bit, rub it in my hands, and then just spread it on my face. The next thing I use is niacinamide by The Ordinary. It's just this treatment that gets rid of acne scars. I do about 2 drops. Next, I'll just add some moisturizer to my face. I use this Lubriderm. I think that's how you say it. I'll also just squeeze a little bit of this. The last thing I'll use is cooling water by Milk Makeup, and I'll just put this under my eyes. And that's the end of my morning skincare routine. In the morning, I have also been cleaning my ear piercings as well. I got my second lobe piercing about like 1.5 months ago, and I'm supposed to be cleaning my ears twice a day for 2 months. The 2 months are almost done. I am so excited to not have to clean my ears every day. I mean, it just becomes such a hassle and I don't want to do it anymore. But what I'll do is take a cotton swab and dip it into some rubbing alcohol and just rub it in between my ear piercings, like so. They say you're supposed to use an antiseptic solution, but like, I don't have that, and alcohol works perfectly fine. So to me, it doesn't really matter as long as it cleans it and I don't get an infection. Right about now, I'll just change into a sweater just because I live in Canada and it's kind of chilly in Canada. I'm currently wearing this oversized maroon Paris hoodie and it literally looks like I'm not wearing any pants, but you know what? That's cool. Alright, let's go get some breakfast. I usually like to make myself some hot matcha in the morning. I usually use about 1 teaspoon of matcha powder, place it in a bowl, and add a little bit of hot water to dissolve the powder. Then I'll add a drizzle of honey. That is always my choice of sweetener. If you don't add a sweetener, the matcha just doesn't really taste great, so I suggest you add a sweetener. And then I'll mix it again to dissolve all the honey. The reason why I mix my matcha in a separate bowl is because sometimes some of the matcha doesn't fully dissolve, so this way I can avoid drinking clumps of matcha. To finish my matcha latte, I'll fill the rest of the mug with some almond milk. Because I'm adding so much milk, it usually makes the matcha cold, so I'll stick it in the microwave for about 2 minutes just to heat it up again, and then I'll give it one last good mix and it's ready to drink. My food usually alternates between a few different options, but for today, I just wanted avocado with rice cakes. I like to slice my avocado in a checkerboard pattern so that way when I scoop it out and place it onto my rice cake, it's just easier to mash. Okay, so sometimes when I mash my avocado on my rice cake, I feel like I apply too much pressure because it feels like my rice cake is about to snap in half. But it hasn't happened yet, so fingers crossed it won't happen in the future. After I'm done spreading my avocado, I'll season my rice cakes with some salt and pepper. I always take my breakfast back up to my room, and while I eat, I will go on YouTube. I only watch one video that's around 10 to 15 minutes long. That's usually enough time for me to eat. Right about now is when I'll go on my phone for a little bit. I try not to go on my phone until I've almost finished my morning routine. It's just a little healthy habit for myself. After I'm done going on my phone, that's when I'll switch on my laptop. My laptop here is sitting on top of what is called a laptop stand. I just got this and I love it. I highly recommend you getting one if you don't have one. I decided to get this just because now that school is online, I kind of wanted to upgrade my home office. This stand elevates my laptop so that when I'm just sitting in a regular chair, my laptop screen will be eye level. It makes doing work so much more comfortable because I no longer have to slouch or strain my neck trying to look at my screen when it's sitting on my table. This is actually better for your posture. I mean, you no longer have to break your back. It's pretty inexpensive. I got mine off of Amazon. I have absolutely no regrets buying this because it is life-changing. The only thing I'll say is that if you're using your laptop keyboard, it's not very comfortable to type with your arms floating in midair. But when I'm at home, I don't usually type on my laptop keyboard. I have a separate keyboard and mouse that I use, so it all works out really well for me. This laptop stand is also great because it elevates your laptop so it doesn't have to overheat, because a lot of the times when my laptop is sitting on my desk, because it's wood, the heat from my laptop can't really escape the wood, which is not so great for the laptop because it overheats, especially when I'm editing. In a way, this laptop stand benefits you and your computer. Also, what I really like about having a laptop stand is that it clears up some desk space. Because my laptop is now elevated, I could put stuff at the bottom. I have been putting my phone in this space here and it's been so convenient. This is where my morning routine officially ends because right about now is when I'll get started on my schoolwork for the day. One thing I'll say about my morning routine during online school is that it's a little bit longer and it's a little bit more relaxing and ideal just because I no longer have to rush to get ready, which is amazing. I cannot explain to you how happy that makes me now that I can take as much time as I need. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what my college morning routine is like during online schooling. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you in the next video. See you later!
If it's fine by you, I'll take the passenger seat. We can drive around to the sky and see meet. If it's fine by you, I'll take the passenger seat.